Hello, it's Joe. Welcome in, everybody. Happiest of Fridays, too. Congrats on getting through another week. Proud of you. How's everybody doing? For TMK asking anyone that is looking for the lunar eclipse in 2 to 3 days, based on the maps that I was seeing, I don't think I'll get visibility here in Nashville. I think it's like mainly up north across the country. But I think I'm too far down south. Yeah, smart, thank you. I was worried that maybe it would be too like fancy, but I mean I'm just wearing jeans on the bottom part. I was just pawing through the closet and realized I hadn't worn this for a long time. I love the fit of like the collar, it attaches in the back, and I hadn't seen anything like that before. I wish I had like 10 more shirts like this because I feel like it's unique and definitely my style. For Joe, welcome. Yogi ASMR, Zitbully or Tsubully. Mark, welcome. It's good to see you. Short Extent, you are always so sweet. Thank you. We do have magnificent mods. That is an absolute truth right there. For Petrie, welcome. I'm feeling pretty good today. I am a little bit late. I am watching one of my dear friend's cats this weekend, and they require me to go over in the morning as well as the evening just to give certain medicines and things like that, and they have to be separated because one of them is kind of a bully. So when I go, I try to make sure I spend some extra time with Benny, has like his own kind of corner of the house. So just trying to make sure all the little fur babies are happy. And of course, mine is happy too. He, some mornings just doesn't want to get out of the bed. Ideally, I like to make my bed right when I wake up in the morning. But if he's happy, I let him just chill there. And he's still chilling. So I'm like, all right, I'll make the bed when you decide to get up, sir. For Mr. Kimchi. For you, kid, welcome. But yeah, feeling pretty good. I double checked, and thank goodness the adjustments that I made within Universal Audio have stayed. So I'm on my production sound engineering journey. I've been learning a lot. There's still some more to do, but I'm feeling at least somewhat more in control for arguably like the first time with this whole process. It was just so dang complicated, but y'all know me. I am stubborn and I am willing to do some homework. So I've just been watching a ton of videos and taking notes and trial and error. I've realized not unfortunate, just the reality is the only way I'm going to get better at it is by using it, even more so than like reading the manual and things like that. Like, don't get me wrong, I have done that, but I've realized that the real way to understand what I'm looking for is to just turn every one of the 100 knobs like this and see if I hear a difference, and then pick another knob and go like this, and then this, and it's never ending, but progress being made. For Vahike, welcome over on YouTube, and oh my gosh, we got 5 gifted. You kids taking advantage of this September discount. Thank you so very much, you kid. Thank you. Please let me know if I can play something for you to say thank you for the generosity. For Martin, welcome back over on YouTube. It's good to see you. How are you doing today? Hi, Yojo. Yojo. Fun fact, when I was growing up, I was primarily called Jojo. But I started to not want to be called JoJo in elementary school because the hit series, the Powerpuff Girls, came out. And whenever we'd play at recess, I'd be like, I want to be Blossom. And they're like, no, you got to be Mojo Jojo. And I was like, I don't want to be Mojo Jojo. And that was the beginning of the end for the era of JoJo. Me. Not the JoJo friend of our community. Blanca! I feel like I haven't seen you for a few days. It's so good to see you. How are you? For Martin, all's good. Wonderful to hear. I think I remember. I need to learn my flags. You are from the Netherlands. That's what that flag is. I know it's like very expected of an American to know nothing outside of America, but I want to try. What did you think of the song Get Back by the Beatles that includes the name JoJo? I'm a big Beatles fan. Like, I know it's not necessarily represented in my song list, but I love the Beatles. Love. Big Paul McCartney girl. I was actually lucky enough to get to see Paul perform at Bonnaroo. The only year I went to Bonnaroo was when I didn't live in Tennessee, and I drove like 20 hours from Boston to go see it. And now Bonnaroo's an hour down the road, but I haven't gone. In the timeline, that Powerpuff Girls never happened in your Twitch channel is JoJo Plays Violin. It could have been. That could have been it. Most certainly. Doing okay, thank you. Hope you are well. I'm doing okay over here. Sadly, I went to bed before you started last time. I mean, that was my fault. I started so late. I just had some me things to take care of before we started. To Xanarkin, you got it. If it's okay, I'm going to do 2 songs to warm up, and then to Xanarkin, I did take time to get everything tuned, but I haven't really played violin yet, so I think I want to do some comfy, familiar... Oh, JoJo, did you just get here? I was talking about how growing up I used to be called JoJo, but then everyone called me Mojo Jojo from the Powerpuff Girls, and I was like, I don't want to be called JoJo anymore. We mentioned yesterday on stream Xenoblade Chronicles, and I didn't end up playing any Xenoblade Chronicles, so I think I want to start with one of my most relaxed, easygoing pieces, which is Colony 6. I like this one. I start by playing the melody, and I feel comfortable enough to do some more like solos and harmony and stuff like that. So why don't we pull that up? And then I'll do Guar playing, and then we'll do our first priority request to Xanarkand. For Fleb, welcome. How are you? Joey, it's good to see you. How are you? Martin, you're so sweet. Joe, help me to be a musician, but you are. Thank you so much for the super chats, Martin. I really appreciate it. And if you look in the About section of the video, there's a song list, and no pressure, but if you want to hear anything, you can just copy and paste the title, and I'm more than happy to do that for you. But thank you so much for the support. Because of you guys, I'm able to pursue music full time, which is my absolute dream. So thank you. Along the same threads of thank yous, Jojo, Happy Partner Plus Friday, thank you so much. For the month of September, we are at the 5th. I need 300 points for that program, and we have 73. So I feel like that's looking pretty good. They tally up all of the points at the end of the month, and you need 3 months consecutively of 300 points. But I'm just really grateful for those who are helping me in that pursuit. So thank you very, very much. For Scotty, welcome. And Del Warner, it's wonderful to see you again. How are you? Also way delayed, and I don't think they're here, but thank you, Del, for the gift. No, I see Del right there. Well, Del already responded, so you already knew that. You didn't need me to highlight that. So I was gonna do Guar Plain from Xenoblade Chronicles as well. It's a very lovely, lovely, lovely piece. And I'll put that in the tab over here. I've been really feeling the Octopath Traveler Night renditions of themes. That's what we were listening to while I was just chatting with you guys. Ooh, that's the exciting day version. We want the night version. I love when games have night and day versions of the same song. That attention to detail is just so nice. Y'all have done it! Kicked off a hype train! Brand new sub, Me Time Gamer, thank you so much. Thank you for the Prime, I really appreciate it. And if there's anything I can play for you to say thank you for that sub, you can just copy and paste the title of the song in chat. I put the song list there, so if you see anything you like, just let me or Mod know. As well as Seg for half a year now of resubs, thank you so much. And of course, for Philip. Philip, is there anything you wanna jam on together today? I know you like to play along with your harmonica. As always, if we complete a level 5 hype train, I will share with you my most recent embarrassing Google search. Because an evening I sat down and scrolled through and I was like, I really am looking for answers on Google a lot. For Barton, music can translate emotions that cannot be translated. I 100% agree. I'll admit I've been feeling a little down this week. I'm okay. But being able to play music has just like immediately helped me feel like I'm getting it all out, and it just feels so nice. For Dark Trojan Horse, I saw you pop in. It's great to see you again. How are you today? DD Kind, welcome. Foodie, you're right on time. I've only played 2 songs. This outfit gives summer night vibes. I know it's more of an evening look, I guess, more than a day look. And it's actually not a choker. It's connected to the shirt like this. And then there's buttons on the back that secure it. I'd never seen a shirt like that before, and I just love it. I love any piece of clothing that I feel like is quirky or kind of unique. I'm a big, as many of you know, thrift girly. I love going thrift shopping. It's better for your wallet and the environment. So I feel like even sometimes if I don't know if I like something, if it's unique and different enough, I feel like I just like have to have it. So I have a priority request here for To Xanarkand. This one I believe I've memorized, so I'm just gonna go for it. There we go. Just had to unmute the mic. Hall Flutes, it's so lovely to see you. How are you? I've been getting more in touch with my old-time Appalachian fiddle stuff, but I feel like out of all the fiddle styles, Celtic will always have my heart. If you guys also have an interest in Celtic music, I cannot recommend sincerely anyone better to follow than Hall Flutes. He plays through all of the standards and more, putting even the music on the screen so that you can follow along and see what he's doing. And on top of all that, he's absolutely lovely. For, let's see, Cave Official, welcome. Thank you very much for the follow. I really appreciate that. For, let's see, I know that I saw Philip pick one. Oh, it's the Kirby one, right? Let me see here. Just scrolling back here. I think I remember what it was. I do love Celtic violin. Let's see how much I can remember. There was a new one I was learning. Let me mess around for a sec. I think it was like I don't remember what it's called. Oh, what is it called? What is that song called? For demo welcome. Also, Justin, congrats on starting your journey for your music degree. That's amazing. Do you know, is there like a subcategory of that you're going to be studying, or where is it? Like, where are you going for it? Your playing is amazing. I play my tunes too slow. I feel like I put too much pressure on myself to play fast because I just remember my peers at Berkeley like flying through that stuff. But of course, a lot of Celtic tunes aren't meant to be played like that because some people can't even dance. Also, you have to breathe for your instrument, which I don't necessarily have to, so that changes things as well. Justin, thank you so much for the reset, continuing your Prime to Tier 1. Thank you! That gives me a Partner Plus point. Thank you very much. The one thing I'm really trying to get with Celtic Fiddle is that, like, they do a slap kind of, grace note that I can't quite get yet. For Vinegar Toast Crunch. Oh, that put a very vivid... I feel like I tasted that when I read it, and I don't know how I feel about it. I know how I feel about you. I think you're lovely. But the taste, I'm unsure. So the trill is like a... You have to like catch it right before you play the note. It's so different from my classical experience, so I'm like trying to let myself let go of that and like really let the finger just like slap it and pull back. But this is just so new, it's so foreign to me, I don't know how to do it yet. But I will not give up. Y'all know me, I'm never gonna give up, that's for sure. So we still have our priority request for Philip. For Justin, if you want me to play something to say thank you, please let me know. A practical-based degree, focus on composition and performance, part-time at Open College of the Arts in the UK. That's so exciting. I wish I took some more composition classes when I was at school. I tried to like have a pretty well-rounded major, so I took a lot of education, music education classes. I took business classes, performance, and like basic composition, both for classical as well as jazz. Not this one. I saw in the past broadcast you were looking on the Grizzly Hills track. Dude, I totally forgot about it, if I'm gonna be honest. Most of my focus, I haven't finished it yet, but I've been working on writing out the sheet music for this new Mario Kart song. There's fiddle in it, I promise. Let's see, the Kirby stuff is here. Patch Castle. For Philip, you wanted Patch Castle, right? Ooh, Lake Horis. I have to figure out where I put that yet. I can try and sight read what I have for this piece. I doubt I'll be able to play it up to speed, but I'm trying to remember where this song gets featured in Mario Kart. Yes, they do like have for all of the levels like an homage to the original tracks like Moo Moo Meadows. I just can't remember if this was the song that happened then. I remember this one being kind of tricky with the accidentals, so I'm gonna sight read it without the music for a sec. Jojo, I might ask you to have a backup if that's okay, as I'm not 100% sure where I put my sheet music for that. Okay, Patch Castle, it's in A flat major. So without the track, it would be A flats here. So this would go. Tree. I haven't gotten all the costumes yet. Or skins, whatever you want to call it. Okay, it's an octave. Also, for Martin, I understand you just fine with your English. I wish I could speak another language, but you don't need to worry about apologizing for that. You don't have to meet someone to know that there's a connection. Well, that is definitely one of the things I do really love about music, is that it bridges, like I can sit down and play hours with someone, even if we can't actually say something in the same language to each other. And that's really beautiful, you know? For my request, play the song that reminds you the most about your Berkeley experience. Ooh. I think that would be Braid, Downstream, or Skyloft. For Subtle Squirrel, thanks for the follow, by the way. The reason for that being is while I was studying my first semester of violin after doing 2 years of vocals, I was having a really hard time catching up to my peers. I was so behind. And when I felt really discouraged, I would play on my own free time those two songs, Braid Downstream and Skyloft. And I was like, even though I know I'm probably not going to be able to use these anywhere, they make me happy. So it's kind of crazy now that years later from that point, I am able to play them as part of my job. I just played them before, you say. They made me feel happy. We do love binders. For JoJo, you also asked for Vampire Killer. Let's do that one. And on my break, I'm gonna take a look on my hard drive because I do love the Le Coris piece. I remember I played it for a gig. I got hired to do live loops for a vocalist. Or not a vocalist, an aerialist, like the girls who do the dancing in the silks in the air. And so I did a live loop rendition of Le Coris. And I'm wondering if maybe I accidentally left my music at that venue or something. Downstream is my wish list song to learn, one of my absolute favorites. It's actually, in regards to the violin, it's fairly approachable as a piece. D major, I believe. This one I don't usually have the music for because I've played it, like I said, since the Berkeley days. So why don't I do that one next, and then I will play Vampire Killer for JoJo. Let's see. Oh, here we go. The last part's a little tricky, but I think it comes down to confidence and double stops. I think you can do it, Fred Tabby. Also welcome. That felt really good today. That was fun. Thank you for Red Tabby for the follow. Also, a bit of advice. Are you trying to learn this on the violin? Is that the instrument that you want to learn this one with? Because I might have some advice. And also, if you like video game fiddle pieces, there's one that Halling efter Per Loof. This one's really cool. It's from the game Unravel, where you play as like a little yarn guy, and the entire soundtrack was done by traditional Swedish folk musicians. Okay, yes, for the violin. What I'd recommend is playing with an A drone. I guess the piece was in D, but it's in the key of A. So here's a drone. Ongoing pitch. You can work on your intonation while listening to the drone and being able to go at your own speed. So the first part, let's see. And then the fast part. I know that the drone can be kind of annoying for some people, but I give the first few years that I started to play violin again the best credit to playing along with drones. And it's kind of nice because it feels like almost like a bagpipe in the background, but I would do my scales over drones, I would do arpeggios over drones, and it was a really good way to help develop your ear, to have a reference. And with a piece like Downstream, that would be really helpful, I think. And just in case you like that song, you might like this one, Halling efter Per Loof. This is from Unravel. I'll play this one later, but I still have the priority request. Justin, thank you for a raid. How was your stream? What were you up to today? I was just talking about fiddle tips. For those who are not familiar with Astrovert, please make sure to go and change that. Sincerely, one of my favorite channels. I haven't been able to say hi for a little while. I'll make a point to do that soon, but Justin's amazing. He primarily plays guitar, but also plays keys and layers these really beautiful, all original tracks every single stream. And it's sincerely one of the most relaxing, chill streams I have been in. I was gonna do... Someone asked for... Not someone. Jojo wanted to hear a Castlevania song, so we were about to increase the intensity here if my dear raiders are into that sort of thing. And also, Justin, if I can play something for you to say thank you for the raid, I'd love to. No pressure, though. I feel like usually after streams, I end up like running away to the fridge or something. For raiders, for anyone that's stuck around, welcome. My name's Joe. I play over video game soundtracks. I listen to them and write out the music myself based on what I hear. And I have 6 binders filled of video game music, always adding more. And I also make loop arrangements performing on top of them. They're primarily more of like a folky vibe. What is this one? Oh, this is just a sound check loop I made to get the levels right of the guitar and the piano and the bass. But this is an original that I threw together while I was doing a sound test. And then I wrote this cute little fiddle vibe. I have a soft spot for more folky acoustic instruments like the banjo, mandolin, guitar, banjo, mandolin, bass, piano, washboard, accordion, and I sing on top of them for covers and stuff. Not necessarily the most cohesive song list, but it brings me joy. I found that when I started building a song list that the best method for myself was to make a song list filled of things that I knew I would never get sick of playing. And that was my main motivation, I guess. All right, you guys ready? Get your butts in gear for some Castlevania. We're about to turn it up here. Ready? For JoJo. Knowing how chill Justin's streams are, I'm like, wow, I must have like really woken everybody up. 73 out of 300 points for September already. Let's go! I am doing the push once again for the Partner Plus points. It seems like it will be a tradition each year. But essentially my 70-30% cut with Twitch runs out in November. Unless I get 3 months straight of Partner Plus points. But you guys have already been so helpful, so thank you so much. For those who don't know about the Partner Plus points, you'll see a description of it in chat, but essentially, streamers need to get a certain amount of tier 1, 2, 3 subs in order to be granted a 70-30 cut from Twitch. They do not count, unfortunately, Prime or gifted subs. But with that being said, let me see. For the past few months, for perspective, I've been hitting roughly around 250 Partner Plus points, which means I only need 50 more than what I typically get. So the big ask that I was doing is for anyone who wants to and is able, with the September discount, you can sub for 3 months in advance, including that discount for all 3, and it will help me get that cut. And then after November, you won't hear me talk about it for a whole year. But again, that's only for people who are able to do that comfortably and want to. I know that we should all need to take care of ourselves first. But, hey, Affectionate Scar, welcome. For Rabbit, thank you. I gotta get more Castlevania on the list. Bloody Tears will be on there at some point. Jordan, bonjour! I get you 2 days in a row. How lucky can a girl get? It's good to see you. How are you? Jordan. Making my heart all warm and fuzzy. You converted from the gift to a tier 1. Thank you so much. Thank you. Giving me one more point. One more point to get there. Thank you, Jordan. I really appreciate it. And with that, hey, I can play you a song. I know a couple of the ones you like, but is there a song I could play for you, Jordan? I would love to. No pressure if you're just chilling. Thanks, Joe, for triggering the command there. I appreciate that. I should probably put that in the title from this stream moving forward for anyone who's curious about it. For the Grows, welcome. Nahoon. Yay! Thank you! Yes! Thank you so much for subbing 3 months in advance, Nahoon! That gives me another point closer. Oh, I'm feeling the good vibes. I already regret promising this, but I did promise you guys. If we get these 3 months of Partner Plus points, I will do something you've asked me to do for years, but I didn't want to do it because it's going to be very unpleasant for me. Essentially, in a Twitch world long ago, I was sent a gift by one of our amazing mods, Pencils. And this gift was a candle. Now you might be like, oh, that's really sweet. But there was something about this candle that I was not expecting. And that is that it is fart scented. I've been asked to light this candle many a time, but I am terrified to do so because I smelt it unlit and my eyes watered, I gagged. It was horrible. But I know I'm asking a lot of you with this Partner Plus point situation. So, if we get Partner Plus for that 3 months, level 2, I will in fact light the candle. I did not tell you how long I would do it for. I'll do it for at least like at least a song. I gotta stop committing to things before I think about it. At least one song. Okay? Maybe what I'll do is I'll light it during a hype train, and I'll keep it lit till the end of the hype train. That seems kind of exciting. And then I have like at least some sort of finish line. Gotta do it for a whole subathon? I think that would mean I'd need more of those candles, and I'm not willing to do this. That is where I must draw the line on the fart candle. So yep, that's my whole spiel on that right there, yep. Did I just contribute to having you light that candle? I'm having regrets. No, I mean, in a way, yes, but what I'm asking for is essentially a big ask from just asking for tier 1, 2, 3 subs so that I can get into that bigger cut on Twitch so I can keep making this my full time. For Super Wizard, that means you dealt it. Right? It's just a regular candle and I'm like pretending. Yes, I'm making the room smell. Jordan, you want anything from Dragon Quest? I'd be happy to do Traveling with Friends. I updated my sound template, so I think it might sound a bit better. Yeah, I feel like the hype train sounds fair, because then, potentially, you can torture me as long as you want with that. And I'd wait till like later in a stream where there would be more people. But that's the deal, everyone. Now, believe it or not, my beautiful friends, we have already reached an hour stream. Whenever I hit an hour, I usually take a good 4 or 5 minutes and just check in with myself, drink some water, use the restroom, make sure I feel confident and ready to keep going. Light it at your next gig. I'd probably be banned from the venue. And I know a lot of the people that book these venues, and they would ban me. They'd be like, I'm sorry for the 10 years of good experiences we had, but this is unforgivable. And I'd have to accept that and be understanding. All right, my beautiful friends. I'm going to take that quick break. For Nahum, no pressure, but if you would like something from the song list for me to thank you for the subs, please let me or Maud know. You just have to copy and paste the song title in chat. Heather, welcome. It's good to see you. Welcome in Tino. Great. Like I said, I'm gonna take a couple minutes and I will be right back. And we're gonna do our first loop of the day with a Dragon Quest Traveling with Friends rendition. I might also do I do some string loops from like all string loops for the Dragon Quest stuff. I think that would be fun. But first, the break. Thank you so much, everybody. I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, I am back. Hello. Shall we get looping? I actually feel that as a set list, going from Traveling with Friends to Dragon Roost will be a really good vibe. So, I've been experimenting ongoingly with working on my sound levels and trying to get things as best as I can. Thanks to you guys, I was able to update my studio, and I have a super duper piece of equipment, the Universal Audio interface, where now I have all my instruments plugged in at the same time. However, it's very complicated, but I'm going to do my best. Also, Toe, what's up? I don't know who the... Oh. I'll read it out loud for those who can't see chat. Who is Lou Pin? That will be a good speed. Oh, the downbeat, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay. Oh, so loud. Sorry about that. Let me mute the mic and use Ableton's input levels so it's not as loud. Little Ray. Hello, check, check. I thought I'd give you a break from the percussion while I set up my pedals here. So 2 for guitar, 1 for accordion. Piano doesn't need one. So then I'll do my string pads over here, and I have 3 pedals left. So I'll just put 1, 2, and 3. Okay. I do like Regina Spektor. I could look into that. Let's actually start with the piano. If I'm starting with piano, I feel like I always try to decide what octave to do. For Jordan. Ah, my binders. My binders. My beautiful binders. Oh. Okay. Shall we? So I usually do... Merci. I don't know about that, but I appreciate it, KSMR. Piano was an instrument I was very afraid of for a long time, but I've been practicing. Just getting the melody. I got it. Okay, let's record it now. 2, 3. ran out of instruments. With that. I've been practicing trying to go in between my instruments and have it all come together faster, which is its own skill. You know, for Rostar, welcome by the way, and thank you so much for gifting a sub. Thank you. Let me know if I can play you something to say thank you. It's good to see you. Also Zem for the resub. Rostar for 2 gifted, thank you. I actually did order at one point in time a triangle. However, I thought I got one that was like this big, and it was like this big. It was freaking huge. I was like, oh man, this is not what I wanted. I actually just did this one for Jordan. Yay! Okay, I feel like I'm getting over my fear of having loops take too long and not adding the instruments I want to as a result of that. But that felt really good. I love this particular song. I feel like it sounds so like romantic. Are you a part of Hogwarts? I wish. I do remember taking the official Sorting Hat quiz that everyone was like freaking out about, and I was so nervous because I really wanted to be Hufflepuff. I really wanted to be a Hufflepuff. I always thought I would be a Hufflepuff, and I filled out the answers as honestly as I could. And you wanna guess what I got? I actually am for Rostar. I will be there. I'm coming back to TwitchCon. Watch it. Watch your butts. I'm gonna make my way back. So I actually ended up being a Slytherin. But after I read more into it with everything, for Cindy, welcome by the way. Just passed by to say hi. I hope you have a wonderful Friday. After reading more about the personality traits or whatever of a Slytherin, I can't deny that I am very, very much a Slytherin. One of the core aspects is just like this unwavering, uncompromising laser focus on growing and becoming stronger and better. And with music especially, and I mean kind of everything, that's 100% who I am, as many of you know. Like, if it means I stay up all night to learn a new skill, I'm gonna do it. I don't care. I was debating on going. I reserved my hotel, but I'm like, do I want to go? The main thing that kind of gave me the motivation was one of my friends here in Nashville is doing a show booked not necessarily through TwitchCon, but like in the area, and he asked if I'd play. And I was like, I mean, if someone asks me to play, I'll be there. That's my mindset with anything. If I'm free, I will go. I'd imagine you as a Gryffindor before Slytherin low-key. I mean, them's the results. And I fully embraced it at this point. For Dark Light Magic and Antifreeze and Sam, thank you for the follows, by the way. But yeah, that's what I was sorted into. as a kid, dealing with the reality that I could not attend Hogwarts or be a Pokemon trainer was like devastating. Absolutely devastating. Kamira, what's up? Like the level of sadness I felt as a kid knowing that that was not possible was such a bummer, man. I was like, what? I can't be like Ash and leave my home at 11 years old to explore the world, and that would be a safe and acceptable thing to do. Not fair. It ain't right. It ain't right. So I know we have another loop. I think it's a Dragon Roost that's next, right? Let's see. I was incredibly sad knowing I would never get to the Digi World. Yeah, it was one of those things where, like, even as a kid, I felt like I had this thought pass through my mind of being like, was it even worth it? Watching this amazing show or reading these books and watching the series? Because the sadness of knowing I can't actually do it, it just makes me big sad. Obviously, as an adult now, it's so worth it because I feel like establishing like kind of a creative imagination when you're a kid can be really good to help you as an adult. Like I feel like I still hold on to those kind of whimsical hopes and dreams I had as a kid, and it makes everything maybe a bit more optimistic in a way. Let's see. Typical artist, honestly. I'm a dreamer, what can I say? I'm a romantic at heart, and I want to believe in the beauty and the pureness in everyone's little heart. I'm happy because I've made a goal for myself to try and do more of my loops from scratch, and I feel like I'm getting a lot more comfortable. I've mentioned before, but I'm really excited because I got accepted for the front page. It will be on September 18th, and I really wanted to do my absolute best to be as prepared as possible and think about what I want to be able to show in regards of like my capabilities. But I'm feeling a lot better in my abilities. It's not as scary doing things from scratch anymore. Monsters every week and the taxes. Oh, it's too early to think about tax season again. Especially as a freelance musician, oh my god, tax season. There's so many things that I have to keep track of. Not to complain, because being a full-time musician is the dream, to be clear. Just not being given your tax forms and having to provide everything on your own can be kind of stressful. Dun, 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 dun. Cool. Let's get our kick drum. I learned from my mistake that the kick drum was wicked loud before, so let's drop that. And the master output at 0 decibels max. Okay. So. Downbeat's the high one. 1, 2, 3. Actually, the first one wasn't that bad. 2, 3. Let me just do it one more time, honestly. Also, the cue volume is getting picked up by the mic. That was much better for timing. feel like this song is more of a tambourine than an egg vibe. Three, one, two. Patagra, welcome. How are you? Thank you so much for 43 months. So, guitar. Okay, I got it. jump scared myself. Your Joy, welcome! Thank you so much for the raid! How was your stream? Welcome raiders. My name's Joe, and I make loops, playing lots of folksy kind of instruments. And I'll do video game covers as well as singing covers where I'll sing on top of them. Thank you so much. How was your stream? If anyone's not familiar with Your Joy, please just make a point to change that. They're an absolute delight. I promise you won't be let down. I've been on a mission as of late to try and do all my loops from scratch whenever possible. And I'm feeling already a lot better. Like, they do take a while to do all the instruments, but it's been feeling pretty comfortable. Let's get the banjo higher. You're awesome, dude. Thank you. Oh, that makes me feel real good. Was that smallish guitar or mandolin? Yes. So mandolins have two different types of bodies typically. I forget the names of it, but this is one style where they have like the curve up here and a slight little divot here on the bottom. And then the other one's like a smooth almond shape. But it's my mandolin. Has Lumiere already been requested today? It actually hasn't, and I'd be more than happy to play that because I love Expedition 33 soundtrack. I believe it's this PAL music here. Would you say mandolin is hard to learn? I mean, you know, of course with everything, I think it comes down to like what level you're trying to reach. I think that the mandolin is somewhat beginner friendly. You don't have to worry obviously about intonation. Pressing down the two strings at a time can be a bit tough on your fingers if you haven't gotten the calluses yet. And like the finger strength to do the full chords can be a little tricky. I feel like the most beginner friendly instruments for an entry level, the advanced forms of them can be quite challenging, but I think piano and guitar are really good intro instruments. Again, there's levels of advancement you can reach with them that are very, very difficult. But as far as just like walking in the door, you know. For Mr. Smith, hi Joe, always good to see you live. I've had a busy day, so I missed the first couple of hours. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing pretty well over here. Thank you so much for the super chat, Mr. Smith. I really appreciate it. And as always, if I can play something for you, please let me know. In regards of like sound complications, I'm actually, for today, feeling a lot better. Yesterday, I made the fatal mistake of trying to save my changes in sound as save instead of save as. So the 4 hours of work I did were gone, and that was like a hard pill to swallow on camera. I was just like, dang it. But anyway, we fixed it for today. So as you guys got to hear for the last one, you can see that, of course, I do loops, but I also play over video game soundtracks, like the pure unaltered track as well, because it's what I listen to the most in my free time. I listen to the track and write out what I hear. And I have 6 binders filled of just a ton of video game stuff. So if you like that, then I might have you covered. Sean over on YouTube, welcome. Oh, that is a peppier song than Lumiere. Here it comes.
Dim, dam, dadilam, vacarme, s'en va dans l'oubli éternel. Et Gustave, dom guardiam, dilim, didididilam, lutes serano, seram,
I was feeling that today. I freaking love that game and soundtrack. I'm going to the video game live concert next week. I saw an ad for that in Nashville. I might just treat myself and take myself on a date and go. Because I want to go to the symphony. Get a glass of wine, feel classy, wear a nice dress. I think that's the way to go. You actually, yeah. I feel like you gave me the motivation to just go for it. I might do that. I would like actually to do my other Expedition 33 transcription. I also learned Alicia. I'm going to learn more this weekend. Also, I started listening to the Silk Song soundtrack. I'm 4 tracks in, and I've already picked 2 songs I'm going to learn. It's the next installment in the Hollow Knight series. So next week we're going to have some Mario Kart songs added, as well as Silk Song and another Clair Obscur. So very exciting. Oh, there's been a lot of really good soundtracks, and I'm just really excited. Let's do this beautiful piece.
Car
Also, for any of the new folks, if you're into cosplay, I'm actually currently working with one of my friends here in Nashville, Sibel, and she is a fashion designer and sews clothes. And we've been working on the Mael expedition suit from scratch, and we're down to the final details. So there will be a Mael Expedition 33 cosplay stream at some point in the near future. I would guess like maybe a month from now. Well, yeah, because September, October. Oh my god, in October I'm totally gonna bring back all of the cosplays. Oh, I better ordered some color contacts in advance. I haven't done a ton of cosplays, but I freaking love it. Oh my god, I love it so much. Okay, that will be my homework assignment this weekend, as well as the new transcriptions for you guys. Am I caught up in our priority requests? I am. So, for Gear Joy, would you mind if I gave your name to Tommy? No, of course. So you said Tommy, I'm assuming they're a part of the production for Video Game Live. I feel rude not knowing that. I admittedly just saw an ad. It's like my dream though to like, oh my god, if I ever got to participate in one of those, I would melt. Port Sulphur Band, they make the Hunt Showdown music. No, that's news for me. I know Hunt Showdown, roughly, but not the soundtrack very well. One's feet? Oh, do you mean runs? I mean, I feel like that would be a favor for me. I don't want to overstep, but I mean, of course, if it got brought up in conversation, I would really appreciate that. That would be amazing. I'm so awkward. I'm just rubbing my leg. Oh, okay, gotcha. For Your Joy, thanks for even offering that. That's an amazing thing. I clearly am just like deeply in love with the video game music universe. That's really where my heart's at. I've been working more and more lately on slowly putting together like a old-time inspired jazz lounge rendition of video game classics. I am just kind of getting over my perfectionism. But this one we actually did live, and while I was kind of being hard on myself, I'm really happy with how it turned out. It's Kids Run Through the City from Final Fantasy VI. And so I want to do a whole album with things like Your Joy. I've given your name to several of the composers I know already. I hope you don't mind. Are you kidding me? No, that's a gift that you're giving me. I hope I can deliver if I ever get an opportunity from it. But truly, for Your Joy, thank you so much. That's really kind. I really appreciate it. I have big dreams, and I don't know where necessarily they'll take me, but at the very least, I can tell I'm getting better at music, and that's the small goal that I'm just putting everything into and hoping it will work out. Well, I mean, thanks to you guys, it is already working out. Like, I'm really able to support myself primarily right now thanks to you guys. I do teach a couple students and do freelance wherever I can, but thanks to your guys' support on here, I'm able to practice my instruments and make more arrangements and transcriptions every day. But yeah, anyway. I'll keep that in mind for Your Joy. I should probably be better at checking things too. My email especially. I gotta work on that. For Your Joy, if there's something I can play for you, by the way, let me know. No pressure. I usually end up running away to the fridge after a stream, so again, no pressure at all. But if you would like to hear a song from the song list, I would love to be able to say thank you. Before I go, hello from Italy. Very cool. For, let's see, more Node? Oh my gosh, Your Joy, you're spoiling me with that. I gotta make sure I keep my skills set up. I'm gonna be practicing this weekend. Well, I'm always practicing on the weekend and every day. I like practicing. Before I move farther though, we've passed 2 hours. At the top of each hour, I like to take like 5 minutes just to check in with myself, make sure I feel strong and ready to keep going. I'm feeling good, don't get me wrong, but it's like a good just kind of check-in reset button. I'll probably be streaming for at least another hour or so. I haven't done any singing today. Maybe I can do some singing. Singing loops. Anyway. I will be back as quick as I can. Just need a couple minutes for restroom, water, and recharge. And when I come back, let's do some singing loops. I haven't done any singing today. Thank you again, everybody. Okay, I am back. Thank you guys for letting me take that quick break. And while I was on my break, I was thinking about what song I'd want to sing, because we haven't done any singing today. Oh. I'm really excited because, as I've mentioned before, I got accepted for the front page. So on the 18th, I will be doing my front page stream, and I really want to make sure I do my best to be prepared. And one thing that I've been doing is writing out little like set lists in case I get decision fatigue, where I'm just like, oh, what do I want to play next? And just have like little groupings of 5 and 6 songs at a time where I know I'll be able to do it and deliver. And one song I haven't done in a while that I would like to do is my Wilco cover. And I've been trying as well to do things from scratch. She's based on feedback. People seem to like watching me build loops from scratch. In the past, I've, pre-recorded certain segments to help loops move faster. But I'm trying to get my skills up where I can just do it quickly. I haven't done this for a while, so it might take me a bit longer than I'd like, but I would like to do my best. So let's do... the song's called Jesus, etc. Let's see here. It's roughly like... Dun dun day, forces escape, singing sad songs. Dun to go, dun dun day. All right, you'll hear the metronome while I just do the kick and the snare, and then I'll turn it off. So let's see. Check 1, 2. All right. So I need 3 foot pedals for the guitar, and then the next instrument I'll do will be bass, so I'll do the last 3 foot pedals for that. That's capo 4, if I did the original key. So that would be... I realized I need 4 foot pedals. I have foot pedals that trigger different parts to record, so I don't need to use my hands and exit playing the instrument. So let's get the guitar first. that's out of tune. Let me fix that. Where's my tuner on the bass? When you use a capo, it can make it go out of tune. Let's check this out, and then I have to unfortunately re-record those guitar parts, but I'll be quick. The tuning song. Closer. Let me review these chords on the chorus real quick. Dope in the shake, voices escape. E minor, major 7. That should work. Okay, take 2. Just remembering the bass line now. I haven't done this for a bit. Chevy. That's it. And then it goes to a B chord. And then oh, I think I got it now. So. Sundown your cheek, little melody, turn your orbit around. Tall building shade, voices escape, singing sad songs. Alright, great. Piano's next. Just reminding myself of how this chord progression goes. I got it now, I think. should be an E chord there. Been safe singing sad songs, strung down your cheek. Smooth sailing after here, folks. Let's record some vocal harmony. First escape singing sad songs, so be tall building shake, voices escape singing sad songs, doomed to ghosts, jump down the jake, bit and meditate, turning your orbit around. Don't build and shake, voices escape, singing sad songs, doomed to ghosts, jump down the jake, bit and meditate, turning your orbit around. Don't build and shake, voices escape, singing sad songs. I want to get these right. So it should be tall building shake, voices escape, singing sad songs, doomed to ghosts, jump down the cheek, bit and meditate, turning your orbit around. Tall building shake, voices escape, singing sad songs, doomed to ghosts, jump down the cheek, bit and meditate, turning your orbit around. Tall building shake, voices escape, singing sad songs, doomed to ghosts, jump down the cheek, bit and meditate, turning your orbit around. Tall building shake, voices escape, singing sad songs, doomed to ghosts, jump down the cheek, bit and meditate, turning your orbit around. Tall building shake, voices escape, singing sad songs, doomed to ghosts, jump down the cheek, bit and meditate, turning your orbit around. Tall building shake, voices escape, singing sad songs, doomed to ghosts, jump down the cheek, bit and meditate, turning your orbit around. Tall building shake, voices escape, singing sad songs, doomed to ghosts, jump down the cheek, bit and meditate, turning your orbit around. Great. Let's do the E strings, and then I think I'm ready. violin parts for these three.
Strumming down your cheek, bitter melody, turning your
singing sad, sad songs. Thanks, Costa. How are you doing today? I think I'm about ready. How's the balance feel to you guys? Jesus, don't cry. You can rely on me, honey. You can come by anytime you want. I'll be around. You were right about the stars. Each one is a setting sun. Tall buildings shake, voices escape, singing sad, sad songs. Doom to gold, strumming down your cheek, bitter melody, turning your orbit around. Yes, they're both real. I use this one for old-time fiddle, and has octave strings on it. Don't cry. You can rely on me, honey. You can combine anything you want. I'll be around. You were right about the stars. Each one is a setting sun. Tall buildings shake, voices escape, singing sad, sad songs. Doom to gold, strumming down your cheek, bitter melody, turning your orbit around. Tall buildings shake, voices escape, singing sad, sad songs. Doom to gold, strumming down your cheek, bitter melody, turning your orbit around. I see. You are totally allowed to say butts whenever you want for Miss Blue Skies. And the new violin solo. Everyone get it out of your system now. Say butts if you want. You can come by anytime you want. I'll be around. You were right Each one is a setting sun. The building shake, voices escape, singing sad songs. Tuned to bones, strung down your cheek. Bit of melody, turning your orbit around. With me now, telebidding shake, voices escape, singing sad songs. Tuned to gold, strung down your cheek. Bit of melody, turning your orbit around. Strung down your cheek, bit of melody, turning your orbit around. Okay. For not reminding myself of the chords or anything beforehand, I felt like that was pretty clean. I just gotta make sure I remember the bass line. I'm gonna have that ready. I'm super welcoming for feedback, and it helps me kind of figure out where I'm going. I've done, I think, every loop today from scratch. How has it been feeling for you guys? Like, are we wishing that things went a little bit faster? Or in the past, I've had drums and like the guitar recorded so I can focus on other instruments. For the pacing of these loops, how have we felt? I think I would like to sing another. I just got here, but I really liked when you let us say butts. Yes, you guys can always say butts. I feel like some people think I'm such like a bummer because I do have a PG chat, so I just try not to have cursing or anything. I was originally like that because when I first started streaming, I was primarily a teacher, and I didn't want my students to be like, oh my god, I learned this in Miss Jo's chat. And I'm like, ugh. And even though I'm primarily a Twitch streamer nowadays, I've just found that having PG chats just stop a lot of problems before they begin, if you know what I mean. And also my nephews watch sometimes, and I don't want my precious little nephews hearing something naughty because of Auntie JoJo. So let's see. I kind of want to do Kiss Me next. This is another one where I used to have parts pre-recorded, but I'm just kind of crushing through everything and seeing how quickly I can do it. What's held me back with this one, I feel like, is doing my piano part fast enough. So I think I typically do. No, I think the bass line should be the one that goes down. So that works just fine. And then I'm wondering if I'm being overzealous with the piano part I wanted to do. That wasn't that bad. my piano part. This is fine. So let's focus on right hand. I like the idea of octaves here. It goes from... get better octaves, but my hands are so tiny. And then A minor, F. That feels fine. That feels fine. Okay. If I'm gonna do this, let's start with the kick. Another test of speed. I'm gonna go from scratch, see how far I can get as quickly and as efficiently as possible. This is one where ideally I would like to try and get most of the instruments on and just see if I can do it in a calm, collected manner. So I do this with the verse and then a quick turnaround and then the chorus, which means I need 3 vertical layers in order to make this loop possible. We'll do 3 for the guitar and then the last 3 for the bass line. I don't need foot pedals for the keys. And we'll go from there. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Why isn't my foot pedal working? Oh, one sec. No. Let's see. Oh dear, I did something. I think I need it to be this one. Alright, let's see if that fixed it. Again, I have 6 pedals at my feet that I use to trigger recordings. But they aren't working right now. Thanks to you for the follow, by the way, for Fake Animal Music. Thank you. What would Butley do if butts weren't allowed? I mean, obviously, by my love of Butley Poopington, there's a fondness of derrieres in this community. Oh, okay, I fixed it. There we go. That was nerve-wracking. I was like, I don't know how to fix this. But I fixed it. Okay. Last 2 pedals for bass. But we'll start with percussion. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. I think 110 probably seems like a good tempo. You're going to hear the metronome while I do the kick drum and the snare, and then I will turn it off. Fake Animals, I like your enthusiasm. Gorcha, welcome, as well as Master Masquerade. That's beautiful. Makes me think of Phantom of the Opera. Cool. Nothing too fancy, but it will work. Now what I want to do is have the snare half of the time on the verses and then double time it for the chorus. So that would be 2, 3. Awesome. Let me just get the timing of that bit better. And then we'll double time it for the chorus. So So if I double timed it, I just need to shorten this by half, and that would sound like this. I feel like I'm not happy with that snare. I'm being picky, but so 1, 2, 3. Those are very aggressive snares. I gotta chill on the foot pedal. Better. Yeah, I like that a lot better. Okay, so now for the last two, I just need to shorten it by half. And that will sound like this. I find that doing the egg sideways is easier. Dun 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 dun, I lay beside the green grass, swing swing. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, that works. Okay, let's get our guitar now. Thanks for being patient through drum building. Check 1, 2. Oh, is the tuning gonna be all messed up now? I feel like it's a little fast. I'm gonna slow it down a couple more notches, just barely. Oh my goodness, we got a big ol' raid for Liza. Or is it Lisa? It's Lisa, right? Welcome raiders. I apologize. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I was just starting to build from scratch a loop of Kiss Me by Sixpence None the Richer. Lisa, I remembered too late, but I remember that used to be in your raid call. Thank you so much. Thank you. Welcome raiders. My name's Joe, and I make loops playing lots of different instruments, and I sing on top of it. I do play the violin, and I also play over video game soundtracks. I feel like I should probably play a little bit of violin for a moment to at least show that I do in fact do that. Silver moon sparkling, so kiss me. Let's see. For those who aren't already following Lisa, make sure to change that. Another fantastic musician here on Twitch, and I just can guarantee that you will not be let down, so make sure to go and check her out and say hi sometime. I think I'm going to try and do the bass line next, and hopefully I'll remember it. Out on the moonlit floor, lift your open hand. Strike up the band, make the fair fly stay, silver moon sparkling. I know that part at least. Pretty simple. And then let's bring out the accordion, or no, then we'll do piano and then accordion, then strings. And then it goes bum, 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 bum. Oh yeah, it's... No. Got it, I think. If it starts on a D, it would be here. Got it. Okay. I think I got it. So now piano. Out on the moonlit floor, lift your open hand, strike up the band, make the firefly stay, silver moon sparkling. So kiss me. Accordions next. Oh, butts. I didn't record the piano part right. One sec. So it go here? Yeah. Got it. Okay. Thanks for staying. Give me a chance. I just have to do some string layers and then I can sing on it for you guys. So I want to do, let's do this much. Kiss me. of a beaded barley nightly beside the green, green grass. Swing, swing, swing your spin, step you. Wear those shoes and I will wear that dress. Oh, kiss me beneath the milky twilight. Lead me out on the moonlit floor. Lift your open hand, strike up the band, make the fireflies dance, silver moon sparkling, and kiss me. You playing along, Philip? Key of C, it's a good one. Kiss me down by the broken tree house. Swing me upon the singing day. Bring your flowered hat. We'll take the trail marked on your father's map. Oh, kiss me beneath the milky twilight. Lead me out on the moonlit floor. Lift your open hand, strike up the band, make the fireflies dance, silver moon sparkling, and kiss me. Kiss me out of a beaded barley nightly beside the green, green grass. Swing, swing, swing your spin, step you. Wear those shoes and I will wear that dress. Oh, kiss me beneath the milky twilight. Lead me out on the moonlit floor. Lift your open hand, strike up the band, make the fireflies dance, silver moon sparkle, and kiss me. And kiss me. And kiss me. Kiss me. I did it. Ooh, I'm gaining a little bit of confidence, dare I say. I've been really wanting to do these from scratch, and I'm so proud of myself. I've been, for the past couple years, usually I'd have the guitar already recorded and drums, but seeing that I'm capable of just pulling it all together relatively quickly is making me feel a lot more confident. Ooh, I'm excited for front page. I feel like I'm gonna be able to handle it. I really like doing it from scratch. Thank you. The feedback really, really helps. There are going to be some loops where I'm just going to have to pre-record it, but I don't foresee that being more than like one or two. The main one I'm thinking of is the loop I do of Paranoid Android, because there are a bunch of different tempos and time signatures within it. So like being able to loop it is possible, but gonna be a lot of viewers, like 3K maybe. I can do it. I've been fortunate enough to get a front page spot before, and I've mentioned before, but next month is actually going to be 6 years now that I've been streaming here on Twitch. And so I decided to apply for the front page. I've never applied before. And I'm really excited and grateful because they gave me the actual day that I started streaming. So I feel like it's going to be a really strong way for me to be able to move into another year of this, year 7, and hopefully continuing to earn your guys' support and being able to still keep this going as my main support, and with that, putting my whole energy into it and learning more songs and practicing more things and taking more lessons. I like to always be taking a lesson if possible. I did a 1.5 years of violin lessons with another streamer who's amazing. And that's Julia Dina, by the way. And I'm currently taking voice lessons to get confidence with my singing back with Carissa. And yeah, I'm feeling stronger. Your singing was the best I've heard it so far, not that it wasn't good before. No, thank you. That feedback means a lot to me, as I've been practicing singing now every day, doing my exercises and recording and listening back, and really taking my lessons seriously. As long as I get the chance to keep doing this, I want to find like a new teacher for a new instrument for every, like, I want to say like 1.5 years. So I think maybe the next series of lessons I want to do, I want to find either a guitar teacher or banjo. Because I've made a lot of progress in those, but I want to get better at soloing on guitar, and generally across the board getting better with the banjo. But y'all, with that being said, believe it or not, we have hit 3.5 hours. I would like to keep going, but I am taking care of my dear friends' kitty cats, and I gotta run over and give them their medicine and what they need. With the celebration of Hollow Knight's new release with Silksong, there's a part of me that's like, maybe I should try and beat that boss I'm stuck on the game channel this weekend. But I'm also horrified to think about trying that, because I've failed 3 streams now on the game channel trying to beat that dang boss. But I do want to play Silksong. But I don't know, we'll see. I'll keep you guys updated in the Discord. But what I can guarantee is we are back to a 4-day schedule. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. I cannot yodel, no. If you enjoyed the stream, I hope you consider following, coming back sometime. I'm gonna have some new transcriptions next week featuring songs from the brand new Mario Kart. I'm gonna do at least one from the new game Silksong, and I'm gonna get another Clair Obscure track done. And I think I'll be ready to do the B section for that new arrangement I did of Kids Run Through the City. That one I just went for live on here. But there's a really pretty B section that I would like to include in the arrangement. So we did this without prior planning, just figuring it out with no chord chart. And I really like where it's going, so I would like to do a B section for my like jazz loungy Kids Run Through the City for next week. I think that's all the things. So let me take a look at who is live. I always like to take an extra second to see if there's someone I haven't had the chance to say hello to in a while. For Mr. Smith, it's been great, Joe. Thanks for the music, and your sound was really good. Thank you. Hey, oh no, Jay, you're just on time before I wrap it up. How are you doing, Jay? It's good to see you. I do want to power through, but my stomach's starting to grumble. We got an upset tummy, and I got to take care of some kitty cats. Let me see. Just 1 second, y'all. I want to try and spread the raids as evenly as I can. How about we raid? Yeah, let's raid Carrie Ann. I feel like I haven't said hi to her for a while. Harstad nightlife is dead. You looking to get into some trouble, Jay? For Zyrek, thanks for the sub. Thank you. Ooh, what did I do? Oh, I pressed spacebar. That would do that. Okay, over here. God damn, it's just... I have this mouse synced up to both computers, but it doesn't work sometimes. Okay, there we go. Great. We're gonna raid Carrie Ann. We love Carrie Ann. Amazing looper, songwriter, harpist, multi-instrumentalist. And on top of all that, just a pure delight. I know that you guys will really enjoy her stream. Thank you once again, everybody. I will be live again on Monday. Schedule's gonna be Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. We'll have some new transcriptions next week. And yeah, just be kind to yourself, everybody. I'm trying to do the same. I know it's easier said than done sometimes, but you deserve it. And treat yourself to something nice this weekend. Love y'all. I will see you whenever you want to come back. I'm not going anywhere. I'm gonna be here for a foreseeable future. Alright, love you guys.